Hi, welcome back to Therapy Designs. If you're new to this channel, my name is Kelly, and this channel is about all things print on demand. So if that is a subject that you are interested in, please do stick around. Okay, so in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite sites, my favorite third-party print companies for print on demand. So I'm going to use Etsy as an example. So on my Etsy shop, I use 3 different print companies. I've had people ask me which ones I use or why, and so I'm going to go over all of that with you guys today. So let me go ahead and start by saying these are the 3 companies that I use for my Etsy shop. So one is Printful, one is Printify, and one is a newer one called PrintKK. And I'm going to show you all of those and tell you what products I like for each one and why. So let's go ahead and get started. So Printful I love. It is the first one I used, and it is where probably most of my products come from on my Etsy shop. The thing I love about Printful that is different than the other ones is that it also offers embroidery. So if I want something embroidered, I can't do it with the other platforms. I come to Printful for my embroidery, and the things that I do well with embroidery would be hats, jackets, polo shirts, and sweatshirts. So I can sell all of those pretty easily with my embroidery, and that is something that is a little bit different and unique as opposed to just printing, especially if you're selling things on Etsy. It's always helpful to throw some embroidered stuff in there. Also, if you're selling on Amazon via Seller Central, I also sell these things there because I don't have to compete against Amazon merch if I'm selling embroidered items, because at the moment, merch doesn't do embroidery. So that is something that I really love with Printful. I also use Printful for phone cases, stickers, tank tops, and t-shirts. Now, all of them will do t-shirts and tank tops, and there's pros and cons to each of them depending on price or colors or what kind of cut you want. But I do use a lot of Printful shirts as well. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll jump over to Printful and kind of show you what that looks like and show you one of my listings using Printful products. So I am on Printful right now, and I am on the product catalog. So over here on the left, product catalog, and you can come down and you can see that there are lots of different products, and you can sort by clothing, men's, women's, youth, accessories. You've got home and living, hats. Printful is the best place for the hats, I think, because hats, I think, look really good when they're embroidered, and they have a really good selection of different hats usually. So you've got trucker hats, snapback hats, the dad hats, the beanies, the bucket hats, and so you can take any of these, and then there's lots of different options as well, and we can go ahead and embroider on them, and that looks really cool. So that is one of the things that I really like about Printful. They also have some jackets that I really like. So if you go to men's clothing here, one of the products that I really like would be to come down here to jackets and vests. And this very first jacket says bestseller, embroidered champion packable jacket. And it comes in a lot of different colors here. This is one that I sell a lot of. It just does a little chest embroidery, and that is something really great. It also, it makes for great gifts. So if you're selling on Etsy, it's all about people buying gifts for each other. So if you can find a way to sell that as a gift, then, that is a great option, and I've had nothing but good reviews over this one. So that is another great product that I recommend with embroidery. And so if I was to jump over to one of my Etsy listings right now, I can show you. So right here, this is one of my Etsy listings. So it is an embroidered hat, and so this one sells really well. It's a simple dad hat, and it just has embroidery right in the center. It comes in lots of different colors too, so I can kind of, flip through some of these and show you the different colors that it would come in right there. And so you can see I list all of those, and then I've got my little shop logo there, and you can pick your color here. And so a lot of times the green camo becomes very popular. That would be this one. This one's really popular on Amazon. I don't know what it is, but the green camo sells really well no matter what design I put on there. So just so you're aware, that is one of the bigger sellers that I have with Printful that I can't get using any other platform. So my next big platform I use is Printify. This one is probably the most, I want to say, popular, most common one. It's really well known. I think one of the reasons is it has a very large selection of things and it has very low prices. And so whenever you've got a lot of items and low prices, it makes for, you know, some really good products that you can sell. So when it comes to this, some of the products that I sell the most of are going to be things like the socks, the candles, the mugs, ornaments, and pillows. And so I've done videos, I think, on just about all of these. I don't know if I've done one on the ornaments, but I do have one coming up here soon, so we'll definitely cover that. But especially as Christmas is coming, ornaments are big, and I do like to use Printify. It has the best price, I think, for the ornaments. And I love their products, so it's really good. I'm going to jump over to Printify and show you their product catalog here. Right now, I am on the product catalog page, and you can see there's your trending products. Mugs are at the top, along with ornaments, so those are really big ones right there. And then you've got all of the basic ones that you've got in other platforms. You've got blankets, stickers, phone cases, apparel. You've got all of your wall art and all of that stuff. So there's all sorts. If I go to bestsellers here, you can see there's all sorts of products that you can go through. This is the candle that I like to use a lot of. Here's one of the mugs that I like to use. So blankets, I do like to do blankets there. And so you can see that there's a lot of really cool, here's some tumblers I like, pillow that I like, socks that I like. And so I've got hearts on several of these that I like to sell a lot of because they do pretty well. And so Printify is another one, you know, that is a really good platform. It does not do embroidery, it just does printing, but it offers a lot of different products at decent prices. So if I show you one of my Etsy listings for a Printify product. So here's one of my Etsy listings for a Printify ornament. And so I will do a video on ornaments at some point coming up, but here is a simple ornament that I can sell. This one you can personalize, and so I like that. So I'll have them write in their name and wedding date, you know, or whatever kind of ornament you want to make that you can personalize, and you can do it that way. And personalized stuff always does really well on Etsy. So if you're looking for personalized stuff, you know, Etsy's usually the place to go. And so I've got just some generic photos. And then, of course, I always put my shop thing in there. If it's clothing, I'm going to add a size guide too. But for the rest of them, it's pretty straightforward here. And it will tell you, of course, where it ships from, when you'll get it by. So this one will come pretty quickly. Right now, if you were to order this today, you'd get it by August 5th. And so the shipping's relatively quick, and, you know, it's a decent price. Now, the last print company that I use, and this is the newest one, this is one that I've just recently started using, is PrintKK. It's very similar to Printify, but it does have some products that they don't. And so when I'm looking to diversify and sell different products that maybe aren't available on other platforms, it helps to have, obviously, different seller platforms that you can go with. And so PrintKK is a new one, and it offers a good variety of sort of different things I haven't seen anywhere else. These are some of the ones I sell, but there are also, you know, some bigger, more expensive products that you could sell too if you were looking to sell some more expensive stuff, and I'll show you that in a second. But they sell license plate frames. It's the only place I've seen that's done the license plate frame, and so I thought that was really cool. Business card holders, leather wallets, Hawaiian shirts at a good price, the little Santa sacks that are coming up here with Christmas. And so this is another great option. It's easy to use. It's really pretty intuitive, a lot like Printify. So I'll show you that one. And so I am on PrintKK, and I am on their product catalog pages. They've got 39 pages, and it sorts the price from low to high. And so you can already see, as I'm starting to look at the low price things, some of these are as low as $1. So a coaster, $1.46, and then you pay shipping. So sometimes the shipping can be a little bit more depending on where it's coming from, but the actual prices of these products, I don't think you can beat. So, I mean, these are definitely the cheapest prices I've seen. The only catch is some of them are going to have longer shipping times, so you'll have to kind of look at these. It's also the only one I've seen where I've seen like covers for like light switches, and so there's definitely some different products in here. So some light switches colors. It's got a huge selection of different mouse pads, so some of those will just have like one mouse pad. This one's got, you know, 4 or 5 different variations of mouse pads. It's got guitar picks. So what I liked here as I was looking through this catalog was just that they had so many different things. So like eyeglass holders, right, for like eyeglasses or sunglasses. It also has some really good ornaments, and so you can do different ornaments there. We've got leather products like leather coasters, which is kind of cool, leather pen cases. I mean, as I keep coming down here, you'll see like Christmas gift bag. Christmas gift bag is $179. So, I mean, that is a price that you really just can't beat. I'll just keep going and show you guys. It's sorted low price to high price, so it's getting gradually more expensive as I go. But as you can see, at this point, it's not all that expensive. They do have like, here's a trucker hat, but it's a print hat, and I don't really like the print hats. But you've got some dog bandanas. You got a front license plate just cover, right, that I think is kind of cool. Another thing that I've seen are kind of cool that I've noticed on Amazon more recently is cup holder like coasters, but for a car. So it's got a little cutout so you can put it in and take it out of a car cup holder. And so that is kind of a cool new product that I've seen that you may not have as much competition as or much competition on because it's relatively new. And so that one I thought was a kind of cool product there. You know, one thing Print KK does for hats that I actually do like is the all-over print. So they have like this all-over print visor. Like I said, I like embroidery when it comes to hats, unless you can do an all-over print. Now that can be pretty cool too. So if you like patterns, they do have some great all-over print hat options, both in visors and in regular hats. And again, at a pretty darn good price. Oh, here's another one I really liked. So you've got an aluminum business card holder. And so if I was to click on one of these just to go ahead and show you, and I'll show you this one, the price here, $286. So you really can't beat that. Shipping starts at $507, which is pretty, you know, kind of typical, what you might expect to see for shipping with a lot of the other platforms. But the price is so cheap that even with shipping, it ends up being a pretty cheap product. And of course you can buy it in bulk for different prices as well if you wanted to do that. But this is a cool product because I don't see a lot of these. And so we can see just the business card holders. And so that is a pretty cool one too. And of course, it's got all the same general features that you would see on Printify if you're used to that. And it gives you the discover similar items. And so this is one that I like a lot, that I think is cool. Problem is the shipping time can be, you know, it can take a little bit longer. Right now it says shipping time 4 to 20 days. That's kind of a big span. But if you've got people who are willing to wait a little bit for shipping, then the price is definitely worth it. So it's kind of a bit of a trade-off there where some of them may be priced cheaper, but the shipping's a little longer, or it may be priced a little bit more expensive, but it ships out right away. And then there's obviously different platforms have different products. So it's always good. My opinion is to kind of take a little bit from, or the best from different sources and kind of put it all together in your shop. So I never use just one of these. I do use a lot of these. I can show you right now one of the products that I made for from Print KK on my Etsy shop real quick here. Right, so here is just a simple license plate frame. It's a nice tropical floral one. And so this all came from Print KK. So much like Printful or Printify, it's going to give you the mock-ups. It's going to, you know, upload everything. All 3 of the sites that I showed you today all integrate with Etsy really quick and easy. So they all hook up to your Etsy shop automatically. They all kind of work the same way. And so they're all super easy to use in that respect. License plate frame, you know, $16.99. So that isn't bad. Order today, get it by anywhere from August 5th to August 30th. So you can see that is quite a big gap. And, you know, right now as I'm filming this, it's the 23rd of July as I'm filming this. So it does take a little bit of time to get. And so that's my caveat there with that one. But if you're willing to wait a little bit longer, the prices are really good and there's some awesome products on Print KK. So it's a new platform. I encourage you to check it out. I do have a link, I think, in the description underneath this video. So if you go under this video, there should be a link for Print KK if you want to check that out. Anyways, those are really the big platforms that I use. All three of them super easy to use, very simple, integrate well with Etsy. They all have great products. I've gotten good reviews on everything. And so definitely, if you're not using these or if you're only using one, you should definitely check out others. And if you have any questions about any of this, drop it in the comments section below. I try to get back to everybody as quickly as I can. I'll probably do a video coming up on how to design for some of the Print KK products if you're not familiar with how to use that platform, but it's really pretty intuitive, a lot like Printify if you've used that. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing really well with your sales, and I do hope to see you guys again. That's it for today's video. If you found that useful and would like to see more videos with helpful tips and tricks, be sure to hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the weekly videos. As always, keep growing and stay creative, and we'll see you next time.